You're watching the Liverpool Sport Guide. My name's Matt Jones and I'm joined by Tranmere chairman Mark Palios down here at their training centre in Liso. And we're talking about China, Mark, because you've got the coaches over here at the moment and really Rovers are making waves in Asia.
It's an opportunity that arose and it's grown. It arose basically with a commercial arrangement with an educationalist who has various English schools out there. But our trip in October last year was hijacked by the Inner Mongolian government because the Inner Mongolia has been chosen as the pilot province for the development of football in China. They knew that I was former chief exec of the FA, and they latched onto us. And the meetings that we had in September, October last year in China have now evolved into what is a real big work stream with the Inner Mongolian government. So we're currently training. We've got 5 cohorts of coaches coming over here. They're elite coaches, and there'll be about 125 of those. But we've also had guys out in Hainan, which is their warm weather training base, out in the south of China, and we've been training 150 coaches and 6,000 children there. We also have in China an international football school which is being set up. We have a 45% stake in that, and that's with the original guys we went out to see. So the whole thing is taking off. The guys who are here this time have got the leaders of the party are high-ranking officials from the Inner Mongolian government, and they're keen now to, having seen what we can deliver, they're keen to sign a memorandum of understanding by the end of the week, which covers quite a comprehensive relationship with the Mongolian government. It talks about us identifying their top talent. It talks about us training their top talent over here at our training ground. It talks about us training their top coaches over here at our training ground, but equally helping them to develop the infrastructure in Mongolia. So if you're setting up football as a system, you need to look at referees, you need to look at coaches, etc. You need to look at facilities. And when we go over in March, as we will, we hope to put some detail around that. And then they wanted to take us around all their facilities so we can have a look at what they've actually got.
I guess one of the questions that some people are asking is why is it Tranmere Rovers doing this and not a bigger club, if you like?
I took a totally different angle to it, and that was if you're going to win the World Cup, you've got to start working at your grassroots. And the Chinese take a long-term view of things. 2050 is when they've targeted to win the World Cup. So if you're going to do that, you've got 1.3 billion Chinese, and you've actually got you've got to work in grassroots. And so we are the only professional club that I know of that's working in grassroots. And the Inner Mongolian government themselves have seen the quality of what we're doing. We competed against a lot of private contractors when we were out in Hainan, for example, and I think the quality of that which we were delivering. There were German competitors, there were Dutch competitors, there were American competitors, coaches out there, and they've decided to throw the lot in with us, and I believe it's now on the Inner Mongolian government's website that Tranmere Rovers will be helping them to identify their talent and to develop their talent.
So it's great for Tranmere and it's great for China as well, but it's really developing the Tranmere brand over there, if you like, as well. So what else do they get out of it, Tranmere, in the future maybe?
What we get out of it, we get out as from a private perspective, we get a 45% stake in the international football school that we're setting up out there, which will be, it's all totally private concern, and that will start in April of this year. Equally coming back from that, we anticipate that we will get a lot of children coming over on school trips in the holidays in the summer and also in the winter to use our facilities and have 2-week stays over here. So that again is a revenue large stream that will come on stream during the course of the next year. In addition to that, I mean, there's the potential for Chinese investment. We're very careful, Nicky and I, about what investment we take on with the club, but the Chinese investment is potentially there. And whilst, yes, when I started this, that was something that was on the distant horizon, the reality of that has come a lot closer, especially with the work with the Chinese government, which gives us a stamp of credibility in Inner Mongolia and in China. And don't forget, China is in fact the pilot province in China. Inner Mongolia is the pilot province in China, and there's the potential. We've already had contacts from at least 2 other areas who wanted us to basically franchise what we're doing out in those areas. And we can spread ourselves too thinly, we're more than happy with the scale and the opportunities within Inner Mongolia.
So really exciting times then for Tranmere. Could we maybe see a few Chinese footballers in the side one day as well?
Yeah, I mean that's an opportunity. I think that that may be a few years off based on the fledgling nature of the grassroots in China, but that day will come without a doubt when Chinese players will come the other way and come across to Europe and so forth. And I think if that happens, we should be well placed. I might be well gone by then, but.
It's very exciting times then for Tranmere and making waves in Asia, and I think it's very much watch this space in terms of what could happen in the future as well. Tranmere Chairman Mark Palios, thank you for your time.